It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features the Saints, leader at quarterback. He comes in 5th in passing touchdowns so far. It's the Saints and the Buccaneers on Sunday night.
We are late in the calendar year. That's a good time to be south, and that's where we are. The weather just perfect right now here tonight at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in losers in 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, 4 wins out of 5.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Levis will look to throw on the first play from scrimmage. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he takes a pretty good lick there as he'll wind up getting about 3. And you look at the Saints defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here we go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Irving. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. That's taken in by Watson. It shoves him off at the 20. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Bucs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game: surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here, and I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 109 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense?
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. On that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And Watson has it right side. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll send Brown in motion right. Levis out of the shotgun now. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Saints at 9-2 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Pretty good little... Sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Bates' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
3rd and 8. Levis looking to throw. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Levis back to throw. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Mike 54. Yeah, Mike 54.
Levis to throw off play action. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Levis. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a give, Irving running right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard.
Mike 0, Mike 0.
Back to throw, it's Levis. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Mike 54, Mike 54.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Irving. Diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Elliott on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. Second and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And oh, deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Now the try here for the extra point. he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans.